Tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. Put your phone head shirt on, watch it live on your phone and drink drunk donkey beer all day. Here we go now. You know you'll be tracking every move that makes you lose.
All right, what's up, everybody? We're jamming. It's Friday. It's okay to dance. I'm not a dancer. You don't want to see that. Cue the end. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Bop up. I love that tune. That song was written by Andy Simmons before we even had Hunter, because in the song he goes, sometimes Louie says hi, but now we have Hunter. So good morning, everybody. Let's do a BOGO dog day, because we haven't showed the dogs in a while. We're going to say a lot of hellos. I'm going to talk a lot about my experience over on the east coast of Florida. And we'll chime in and see how everybody's doing. This is our Daily Brew. Hopefully the tropics are now over. I know a lot of y'all had some experiences with Nicole. I know Shelly lost her power for 12 hours or so there around the Cape. It was windy as heck, let me tell you what. So let's talk about the experience. First and foremost, today's Veterans Day, and this is a great image put out by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, so I figured I'd share it since our Daily USA, so great. We appreciate all that you have done and still do to all the active duty out there. So this is Veterans Day. It's your day. Marines, yesterday we had a Marine at our local craft house buy us a round of shots, so if you're that one dude, if you're that one Marine, thanks for the shots. He was buying people shots. I should have bought him a shot. I didn't know why he was buying a shot until it was too late. So let's pull up some pictures here, I guess, while we talk about Nicole. And by the way, Hunter's doing a lot better, everybody. I get a lot of people asking. He's breathing phenomenal. He definitely had pneumonia for a while, I have a feeling, but he's doing amazing. So thank you for everybody asking about the little guy, because he is awesome. Right, buddy? He's doing a lot better. He is the man. All right, so I was in Nicole, obviously. The trip started out pretty cool. I got an invitation by Volusia County. Let me open it. It's not even open yet. So I'm going to rip it open. You have to open these. These are like, nobody's ever touched this coin now but me. So thank you to Mr. Jim over there and the whole emergency management team for that and hooking me up. They let me hang out there a good part of the day and got to see a lot of behind the scenes footage of what really goes on in emergency management, and met a lot of local sheriffs and all the different little cities leaders, and had a lot of fans and followers of the page there. So it was great meeting everybody. Thank you very much for that. The storm, well, let me tell you, I met up with Reed. Reed read a 978 pressure. Cat 1 was the official winds, and obviously the beach erosion was the number one story with this system. Still going on. I think a dozen or so plus now structures are now uninhabitable over there in the whole Daytona East Coast area. And Louis knows he's going to the vet. We have a weekend of softball. He sees Julie getting ready to snag the dogs, and I don't think he wants to go. So we'll say goodbye to Louis. Say bye-bye. He's going off to his second home. So the storm actually, in my opinion, started to deepen a little bit as it approached the coast. We started to see a developing eye wall convective band a lot more pronounced on the radar about 2-3 in the morning. We were riding around Sebastian and Melbourne, and there was some pretty big structural damage in Melbourne. They had some larger structures, wind damage there. But obviously the coast is a big story. A lot of that was definitely damage from Ian. This just added to that. Once one seawall goes and that water goes up behind, I shared a bunch of videos from Weather Nation and AccuWeather today. Some really good drone shots. I had some drone shots too. Let's show you a couple of them while we're chit-chatting, and then we're going to get into the weather. The storm's still ongoing, by the way. It's a depression in Georgia right now. We got a storm threat. I've been posting it all day. We got big winds. This is the current winds, what it looks like. And what's cool about this is current. Our system's a depression now, but look, we're still getting strong winds building out here in the Gulf, and it's still windy here in Oldsmar, but really big winds now coming up from the Atlantic as predicted. So I think the big story with Nicole was it was a deepening system at landfall. That pressure gradient remained tight throughout the state. Had a ton of people over in this area tell me it had more winds than Ian, and it was persistent. It definitely we had a lot of rain bands. So yeah, it was we had the same amount of tree crap in our yard that we did with Irma and Ian, being a storm kind of passed through the state. So it definitely was an interesting system, large. It's still ongoing. I show you the current satellite before I get into what I wanted to show you the video, but I do want to keep weather kind of focused. But it's still going on today. Here it is, spinning away. Look at that. We got big rains in Tennessee North. We got these bands. So I want to show you two different radars. These are still pumping in. We talk so much about the tail. We all love tail. Shrimp tails, that is. Gold, black gold. Oregon, you're welcome. I didn't even say hellos yet. What's up, Katie up north? You got rocked up there a little bit. Susan Proper, good morning to you. Cliff from Eastern Carolina. Get some storms, Cliff. It's coming your way. Look, it's coming. Sindel from North Carolina. Yep, your guys are... Oh, you got a Tom says 977. See, man, I was in Melbourne, Ashley. Yeah, my folks... And I drove by Patrick's Air Force Base. If you were storm chasing with us. My dad... served at in fact I'll call Dad here in a minute and thank him for being a veteran. Loretta Reed, good morning. How are you, Miss Ruth? Aaron from North Carolina. Zephyr Hills probably did all right, Ann. Hope the water's okay. Cindy, yeah. The hunter is precious. Thank you, Tammy. He's feeling better. Yep. What's up over there on YouTube side? We got Michelle getting your first rain bands at PA. I'm going to show you the larger map here in a second. It's a couple tornadoes already in North Carolina. Yeah, these are things we were stressing last week, man, with that Gulf Stream, right? We're going to have daytime heating today, and we got enough dry pockets out there that we're going to have squally feeder bands rolling in off of that Atlantic. A lot of power out. Let's take a look at the power outages here on our good old Furman power outage map. So good news, 40,000. Not too bad. Still 40,000. Good news for Miss Shelley. She has her Furman tri-fuel generator. And she said it ran perfectly. Had the whole house powered up, running. Mason was able to do homework, and she was able to help on the page while I was on the road. So, holy cow, Brad, are you kidding me? 24 condos, 25 homes? You gotta be kidding me. River levels, adventurous realtor. Yeah, they were a little concerned with the St. John's. We're going to see what kind of effects we're going to get with that river, maybe Peace River again. But anyway, 40,000 power outages right now. I do have river maps here. Let's take a look since it was asked. I'm gonna be so random today you won't even know what's coming, because I don't know what's coming. Usually I have a little better plan, but I don't have any plan today except make sure I remember my redneck storm chaser cup that we had a fan send in, and I have Diet Coke on the list for Julie because we're spending a weekend with softball. All right, here's one little spot. St. John's Astor is already flooding. It is expected to peak almost at record. That's interesting. 4.5. Supposed to peak. It was during yesterday, actually. So it came down a little bit, but it still peaked yesterday. But still, record was 4.7. That's red. That's ongoing. We'll have to see what kind of values happens here once they start coming into play. Not really sure what they're going to expect. But let's go back to the radar real quick. I'm going to read some more comments. So Brad over there brought up a good point. I'm going to have to show you some videos. But once these seawalls were compromised with Ian, they had a lot more go down yesterday, because once one goes down, then you have an opening behind it, and that water, I don't know if you've seen those videos or not, from the drones. I took one, I'll show you. It's just amazing, because the surge is one thing. You add the tide, which was a full moon, then you add these unbelievable wave heights, because we had a persistent wind that, of course, was predicted, and it came true, but unbelievable to think that the water levels could have reached so high at Daytona Beach, when the beach usually is so far out there people drive on the beach. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again, unless they bring in sand. But throughout the day today, we're going to get these little pockets of tails rolling in. So they could be a little stormy, a little squally. There's one right here just south of me now. We had a lot of rain overnight here. All this stuff here could hit me. But here's your basic flow. A lot of rain, a lot of stuff setting up around it. This is what we got to worry about today. Our system's going to merge with an approaching frontal line. We got cool, cold weather on the way. Here's look a little farther north. Pennsylvania getting some squalls now. Virginia. So, here's the whole U.S. map. We can zoom in, I guess. Cannot get it. Oh, you know why? They changed the damn... They changed their dang URL. The NHC, if anybody's watching from the National Weather Service, you guys changed your URLs on all your radars, and I had to change mine, but a lot of your local offices don't know that. And when you go to their local site, they don't have the current radar up because they're on the old URLs. So here you go. I figured it out one day. I'm like, what'd they do? That's a good shot right there. This is massive. This is currently Nicole. Is this not incredible? So first off, every storm has a story, right? Every storm has something about that storm that makes it unique. This one obviously was the beach erosion. I tell you what, I shared a video from South Daytona around on the west side of the Halifax River, and they got flooded bad. In fact, I don't think a lot of coverage is over there. The river, we had all that water pushed west, and a lot of locals told me that was not the same flooding they got from Ian. And there was a lot of people caught off guard, because I saw dozens of cars underwater, or not under, but flooded. Not being dramatic, not underwater, but enough that the cars ain't running. And I saw a lot of homes flooded from that surge. So the big story was a sneaky Halifax River west, and there was a dam or something in Port Orange I heard that busted and or over toppled. So you know, that inland effects from that wind affected more than just the coast. A lot of areas were flooded out on that side. And this went all the way up to north of Flagler County. A1A had a lot of damage. That A1A is washed out. There was damages to the south. This is, you know, just because I was there, I don't mean to just focus on Volusia County, but, you know, it was bad. It was bad. But this is massive to me. This is incredible. Look how large. There's a frontal line coming down, but this is basically all connected to Nicole. I mean, this is humongous. We got rains from the Great Lakes down to the Keys. Is that not the most craziest thing you've ever seen? We have rain in the Keys spinning in. Let's see if I can get my little pointer to work. Nope, not going to work. Maybe if I hit that. Oh, my goodness, that's big now. Anyway. And doesn't like this site. But anyway, we got rain in the Keys coming in off from the southwest, and we got rains spiraling into New York. Now, these are kind of frontal lines. You know, I'm not going to be dramatic and say this is all Nicole, but it's got Nicole DNA in it. But we do have squally storms coming in to the Carolinas. We're going to have to watch. You guys are under a tornado watch. They already had some warnings today. There's stuff brewing out here in the Atlantic. You can see that too. If you look at infrared, we'll start to see some storms popping here out in the Atlantic to watch. This doesn't even focus. Oh, you know why? Because the weather nerds is focused on the center, and it's so big we have to go beyond the center. So that's not really picking up on it, but we'll look at it right here on Weather Nerds, and you can see it. Some lightning and stuff growing out here in the Atlantic. So you're going to have a stormy day. There you go. This is all bubbling down here in the Atlantic. So definitely going to be some storms to watch today. That's why we have a tornado watch up. And that's till 3 o'clock. South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, maybe parts of Delaware there. So that's what's coming. Let's close out some of these. Most of it's going to be gone by the weekend. We got a little bit probably lingering from the Northeast. We got cool, cold weather on the way. But let me go to my Twitter now. We'll find out some images. So one more time, thank you to all the veterans out there if you're just tuning in. Thank you to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits for recognizing them today. Hopefully the veterans that do enjoy a little after hours shenanigans will have an extra one or two today. It's always a good reason. All right, so let me show you some of the footage I took from what I saw. Some of this videos on there on Twitter, but here's one I took. This is one of the structures. So what's kind of interesting to show on this one is that sand is starting to go underneath, and I think this was called the Hawaiian Inn. But once that seawall's gone, the waves just come in and take the sea out, and the videos coming today are just unbelievable. These structures here, the seawall normally is right here. Normally this beach is so far out there, people are driving two-way traffic. Just can't even imagine. And here's a video. So, boom. And here's another one. Boom. So that's what it does. It's the pounding effects of. And I got to hang out with Jim Cantori. That was pretty cool. Met Reed Timmer. There's old Reed. We had a little thing there, and this is the most wildest video. Check this sucker out. So this was unbelievable. This is Melbourne. Look at the wind. This is like 3:30 in the morning. I think the storm got stronger as it made landfall. It felt more than a dang travel storm to me. There was times I couldn't even stand up straight. And I'm not being dramatic. But this is crazy. I mean, there's power lines doing this. And during my live feed, you kept seeing them just explode like fireworks. It was the most... And you could hear it. You can hear it. I mean, I'm parked pretty far away. And you can actually hear it sizzling. It's just it lit the whole sky up. It was just the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. I got other. This one was even weird too. Look at this one. Look at these little dots. And that was a transformer just blew up. Watch it. Watch the blue. Ready? Boom. You can hear it. But transformers all night long blowing up in Melbourne. But look at those. Every one of those little connectors just sizzling, and you can hear it. Just crazy. And I'll tell you one thing about driving during a storm. I've done this a lot. You turn a corner and there's power line hanging down from the road, or a tree, or surge. Right. I was half not paying attention. Looked up in front of me. Look at that. I mean, it hit the ground. It's banging off the ground. I mean, this is, like I said, this is in Melbourne, about 3:30, 4 in the morning. Let's see if it even, does it tell you? I don't even know the exact time. This was at Fort Pierce, way before the storm, but I couldn't believe these old boats just are rocking, man. It was like bang, bang, bang. It was like, and this is all off the inlet. This, or whatever river that is down there. This isn't even the Atlantic. This is just water blowing in. So that was quite impressive. But the other seawall picture I got a couple of them. Here's another one. This is another one of the buildings that was condemned. There's two of them side by side. They had to do evacuations. It was massive because you got a lot of people to evacuate out of these things. There's a seawall giving way. You can see the two seawalls here. This one's flattened out. The hotel next to it had water underneath the hotel. This one was starting to. This is actually the ledge underneath. I mean, that's probably a good 15, 20 feet down. Just showing you that it's gone. Normally, seawall is right there. So, and usually the ocean's never there. So I can't even imagine how much sand that they lost. And Brandon Clemens got a great one there with weather chasing. You might want to check it out. So that was the big story, for sure. I can't believe the amount of structures that are compromised over there that it just can't even fathom. And granted, a lot of this damage was done during Ian, but man, once you get one seawall down, I wonder where that video was that I did. I did another one with my drone. I gotta tell you a drone story. Oh God, it was not good. Where is my drone story here? I've been trying to mingle more weather in my storm chase. That was my one complaint. Look at that. I did my best Florida man impression I could get. Now, let me explain something about this. I had nobody with me. I had to figure out a way to hold the camera up on a seawall and not have the rain hit the lens. So I must have took 10 or 20 takes. I finally just stuck this one. It's not the best Florida man, but I told everybody during Ian that I would do a American flag. And this should be the Veterans Day. This should have been my Veterans Day salute to America and all the veterans. So that was corny. Let me tell you the funny thing was, people were going out there, as they do, they spectate, and they probably thought I was a nut. More than I am. This gives you in perspective here of all the debris that comes up. This normally is where you drive out onto the beach. This kind of gives you an idea of everything that washes up, docks, wood, who the heck else knows. But that was quite impressive to see that. Oh, here's my drone shot. This was before the big winds came in. So this is kind of neat, right? I flew the drone out there, and this area definitely had damage during Ian, but there was new damage with Nicole. Another structure that more sand. This was before the storm came, and they got a lot more sand taken out after Nicole came ashore. This was the day before, and then here's a flyby with my drone showing you that hotel. You know what? I wonder if that's. Anyway, a lot of these hotels they had to evacuate, or condos, but. The Yeah, I did the Crab Shack Joe's. Yep, I couldn't tell if it was any more damaged or not. I did take some still pictures I posted. Yeah, last night. I was trying to find the rain map. This is kind of the only thing happening today is the rains. Large area could be under a flooding chance with that merging frontal line with leftover Nicole today. So there's your flood map for today. So it's going to affect a lot of people. So I thought I'd be smart and take the drone out during the storm, right? Let me tell you what happened. First off, there was flooding by the one of the bridges, and I took the drone up. Once I got about 50 foot, right, it got sucked up. It started going backwards. The wind was coming in, east to west. And I had full power engaged, and it wasn't moving. It was going backwards. I'm like, crap. So I didn't know what to do. So it was about 1,000 feet away, and I started losing signal. I'm like, God. So I hit the home. I've never tried the home button. Home button goes up, and so anyway, so what I did is like, crap. So I instantly went down to about 30 foot. Low level winds weren't there, thank goodness. As soon as I got down to about 30 foot, I was able to go forward. But then I had to maneuver around power lines. I had to maneuver around some of the second, three, 4-story homes. Oh my God! Finally, I got it within range, and I was able to like wiggle my way through a couple of things and land it. Well, then I got the harebrained idea to do it again. So the one footage there, I lifted it up, and I said, hey, it'll be all right. It's hovering. Well, once it got up again, the winds coming off the buildings accelerate the winds, and it was gone. This time I had to do the first thing. I've never had to do this. I had to crash it. And I actually got parked over a set of, and I kept going backwards by the Winn-Dixie there. And I was like, I had to look back. I had to lift it up to not hit the building. And it was like, what am I going to do? So I finally found a field of palm trees and crashed it. Then I had to go find it, and my goodness, there it was, sitting right there between a bunch of palm trees, right in the grass. No harm, no foul. So that is you talk about heart pounding. Not like it would have really mattered. I mean, it would have been gone, but the adrenaline rush of trying to save it and figure out a way to bring it back. It was. Oh, I was done. I'm like, no more. Because I did it the day before, but obviously the winds picked up. But I met a lot of great fans. Let me tell you, couldn't believe it. Had people find me. I don't know how. It had to be freaking several dozen. Yeah, yesterday was cool. An employee at the city of Daytona was wearing a redneck shirt. In fact, I bet you I could find that. Let's find that together. I meant to find it and screenshot it. It's probably on my YouTube feed. Let's take a looky because it was really neat. Let's go to our live videos. It was probably yesterday. Was this the last one? Yeah. All right, so let's find it. Let's go to theater mode. This was me driving. Oh, there's the picture.
They call it South Daytona.
So South Daytona. I started going down every one of these little roads just to show the surge.
Surging right now.
There's one. Then I go in there. There's another one. That's way far from the river. But every one of these side streets, the water came up, and there's roads back there, and everyone, I'm afraid, have had a lot of surge damage. And then there's that car picture. But then here's my big fan showed up. He's not big. I'm big. You know what I'm talking about. One thing about the camera, it adds 10 pounds. I can tell you that. I got to work on that redneck beer belly. But anyway, look, he's got a redneck shirt on. It was awesome. So that was neat. And the camera was streaming. But he was awesome. Worked for the city. His wife came by. Look. And had a cup, and I did I autograph. It was my first autograph, a Conehead cup. It was so cool. That was nice. I did get across the bridge. I had to. This was a little scary. This was.
That was a heck of a lot more.
This is Daytona Beach. He was looking for his truck. I'm like, well, if you're worried, I better be worried. So this, some of y'all might be familiar with this area. There's the sheriff department. This is before this isn't the island. This is not. This is mainland. So imagine all this water came up from the Halifax River all the way up and down that side of the river. There was flooded. So there's definitely some businesses. And then I got to the bridge. Talked my way into getting across. And then we went across there, and of course streamed a lot. So you can go back and look at all this stuff. But I wanted to show the one. There's ABC, and we were doing the 9/8/19 at ABC. That's where Cantori hung out and did a lot of his stuff. This was that building collapse that a lot of the Weather Channel footage was at. So anyway, we met a lot of great people on the trip. So let's talk weather, I guess. What are we doing? People are worried now about what's coming. Harold, hurt your bat. What's up, buddy? Don't say that. Not good. What's up, Sharon Short? What's up, Pete? That was you? No way. Okay, so the railroad track incident. Oh no. Yeah, we went around. We went back, and the floods were coming up on Fort Pierce there, man. It was like that water was surging around Stewart. I got a little nervous. I told Shelly I got almost as nervous leaving Fort Pierce there than I did during Ian, because the water came up, and there was no exit off of the A1A there. And I was like, ew. Cool, Pete. Well, that was fun, man. I like you gunning it over the bridge there, man. I saw your big diesel trail. Hey, Jeff, car warranty. I don't know, but it might be done this week. I'm supposed to drive to Atlanta to meet my boys from Furman. I'm planning on taking it with me. So there you go. All right, let's talk about weather real quick. Yeah, there is softball, Maggie. Yep, we're going to Valdosta, Georgia. They had to cancel all the games today. We're supposed to be there today. We were supposed to go last night, but they canceled the games today because of the rain. The storm technically is still a tropical depression, by the way, if you're wondering. There you go. Still a tropical depression. 30 mile an hour, but it's soon to be dissipated. So, whatever. If you're curious where it's at, it's near Atlanta. You can tell everybody if you live in Atlanta, we had Nicole 2. Nicole 1, not Nicole 2. All right, so let's take a look at the future. I didn't do this yet today because I wanted to talk about it. So I'm going to pull up our future maps. Let's see if there's any areas out there brewing to watch. So far on the 10-day Euro, I don't see anything. I didn't see anything last night. I'm fibbing a little bit. I have been looking, but I didn't look at today's models. Nothing into the end of November. So that's good. Not to say it can't happen. Hurricane season lasts until November 30th. Just remember that. Hey, Carrie, yep. Greenville is home to Furman, right? Hey, how did the Furman Christmas party go? I have seen that, I pro you. I'm going to reshare that. There's an image going around I'm going to share that shows Charlie and Jean and Ian and Nicole. I think was two ones right there, the same days apart on the same year. Weirdest thing ever. Donnie Evans, cool, man. I like Donnie. What is this? Oh, that's leftover. I'm like, what the heck is that? All right, so let's take a look here at, I don't know, we'll just go out in time. So the good news is there's really, even the GFS isn't hyping anything, so That's good. So tropics appear quiet. That could have been it. The hell are they showing here? Well, anyway, not it. Well, it is it according to what we're looking at. But they do have a little area here. The 16th to 22nd. What are they looking at? I don't know. This map is wrong about 50% of the time. I'm just being honest. I shared this map after what was the F storm? I don't remember now. That was the F storm. Fred or Felicia or what the hell? I'm bad about history. Fiona. No, that's the wrong year. That's right. Gaston Hermine. I don't know. Anyway, after one storm, we were all like relieved because this map showed nothing brewing for the next 2 weeks, and then Ian came around. But hey, look at that. Well, what are they looking at? I have no idea. All right, let's look at some operational runs. Oh, let's see if there's any low pressure spots to watch coming. Look at the old G. This is tropicaltidbits.com. We rely on Levi a lot and appreciate all he does. A couple of lows down south that GFS picking on, but it ain't going nowhere. Just a bunch of fronts. These are all frontal lines, basically. Sometimes you get tricked into thinking they're tropics, but they're actually just frontal lines. But GFS is fairly quiet. I don't know, what the hell is that? No, that's what the hell, Tuesday. That's just a low pressure area. But hey, it could be storms. I always like to look at the future. What's coming. So next Tuesday, look at that. There is a little low. This is not tropical, but it is stormy weather. Look at that. So we like to look ahead, right? All right, let's look ahead to this in a second. So this weekend, here's the deal. Look, so we got a 48-hour forecast out. Today's Friday. Here's what we got. A little bit of lingering storms up there. We got to worry about our coastal friends today for sure. They've already had some tornado warnings today on the East Coast, Mid-Atlantic. Our storm is going to spin out of here. So throughout the day today, this focus here, this is the early afternoon. We're going to start to see storms, pulling up. Still could be some lingering tail action here. These are all pulling into the core of Old Nicole. So you're going to see that chance of storms throughout early afternoon here coming in off the Atlantic. And there's like one little hefty line. Say this is about 1 o'clock. Another one over Charlotte area. One over Virginia, Eastern Carolina. So, this is today, yet to come. There's our frontal line getting out of here. Now what is that little wave? What is that thing? Secondary little thing. What the hell is that thing coming up? Secondary low coming in. That's actually the front. Little left. Wow, what is that? That was showing up a couple days ago. What is that? Well, anyway, last Friday, this was the only thing in town. Here's Saturday morning. It would have been long gone a little bit for the Northeast Saturday morning. And we got this secondary little low coming in now. So this is tomorrow morning. What is this? I mean, I know what it is, but why is it there? Huh. Let's see if anybody else is picking up on it. Huh. We do have a marginal threat down in Texas today. Look at that. Mainly hail. Reason it's hail is the cold air loft up top. No hail on the East Coast yet because it's still Nicole kind of tropical. But we got hail in Texas today. We have a high hatched risk of hail in Texas. That's today. Look at that. Did you know that, South Texas? Man, this is what happens if you don't watch weather 24/7. So I got to post that. If you're in Texas, you got storms today. That's that line. Last week there was a little bit of juice, and I think we saw it and we talked about it. There was a little bit of lingering juice into the early part of the weekend. It wasn't this developed. But here, this is what's coming today. Look at this. This is almost a guarantee. This is the backside low here getting pulled up. We're going to have snow in Arkansas. Dude! We should do something funny here. I'm going to call my buddy Shoemate. He's a pretty good guy. I don't think he watches our weather page. But I'm going to ask him, and then I'm going to hang up on him because I don't want him to say something that might get me in trouble. I like to call people on the fly. I actually owe him a big favor because he lives in Fort Smith, and I was able to talk to him last night on the way home. It was the worst ride home of my life. We got an hour of sleep the night before, and I was like dead. I had 3 hours the night before that. So I slept 1 hour before I left Daytona yesterday, and I made it home. Oh, is that his right number or not? I was going to tell him there's snow coming to Arkansas tomorrow. Well, he didn't answer. So that is something I'm going to have to show. We're going to have lower Texas storms today. Look at that. I know a lot of people live in Texas. That's kind of interesting. That little bitty line might. So that, I guess this did show up last week. A little bit. This just got a little stronger. That's all. So we could have a secondary little line coming through Florida Saturday. Here, all right. So let's look at. So here's so our low's way up here. Look at the snow possibly showing up here in the backside. A little bit of snow chances. Oh, we're going to have maybe snow in the Smokies. Oh, my God. We're going to be in Valdosta, so we got a little secondary front. This is the front that brings the big blast of air. And this is going into Sunday morning. So we could have a skinny little squall line. Wow. So this is possible Saturday night. Skinny little squall frontal line. That popped out of nowhere. There goes my clear and there's the frontal line. This is on Saturday night. Here's Saturday basically. Oh, well, it's a little interesting. So it might not be a perfect weekend. We might have a sneaky little line here rolling in for folks. Yeah, it looks like we might. This is Saturday, so there is going to be a little little leftover line action to possibly watch. Huh. All right. Well, there it is. Secondary little Saturday morning. Then it gets out of here. All right, so here's the deal. Sunday is going to be an amazing day. So when I said the weekend, it's technically Sunday and or Saturday. So there could be some sneaky little showers still blowing in Saturday. I'm tired of this wind in Oldsmar, man. I've reset my Halloween or my. We had pumpkins blowing down the road. I should have posted that, but I don't like to post too much when people are dealing with bigger issues. But we had a pumpkin rolling down the road when I pulled in yesterday, and I'm like, this is only fitting, right? One of my pumpkins was rolling down our street, and all my scarecrows were falling over. That's not good. We had scarecrow damage. DEFCON 5. Oh, what's everybody saying? Richard Reamer. Hey, let's see if there's any snow. Hey there, Yohel. What's up, buddy? Who's ready for that cruise now, man? Charles, we're doing good. Thank you. One of our kids we told her she could stay home, Emily, because we were supposed to be in, but she's going to do homework on the way up there. So, Corrine says, not bad. I think you're going to have a line or two today to watch. Watch out, radar. Vivid, thank you. Appreciate that. Hell no, Texas. Whiplash tail. This storm is massive, by the way. I mean, these winds. So, look at this. Is kind of new, man. I missed this one. That's why I am addicted to weather. You got to stay on that weather all the dang time. So let's look at any snow chances in the mountains tonight. Wouldn't that be something? Because we have this secondary little low bringing in moisture. Could get some Smoky Mountain snow, possibly. How far is Valdosta from Georgia? Or not far at all, 0, because it is in Valdosta. I don't think these maps are up. They're like, why are you tricking us? It's not winter yet. Well, that stinks. Maybe I haven't run yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, looky that. This map's hard to read. I don't like the new colors, but oh man, mountain snow. This is that secondary system. I know, it's showing it. Holy cow, man. Damn, man, I might just drive up there to Gatlinburg Saturday night. If softball's going bad, could be some mountain snow, man. Snowman. Snowman. What's your 20? I got Fred. All right, let's look at Tennessee. I got a girl from Eastern Tennessee. It's a Morgan Wallen song. Oh, they clumped Tennessee with Kentucky. Now I got to get into the dang snow maps in my brain. All right. Oh, no, then we go to Knoxville. Oh, crap. I don't even know where I'm at now. All right, let's go back to GFS, Kentucky, Tennessee. Then we go to, is it Nashville? No, Knoxville. No, Nashville. Nashville's what I click. Okay. Let's look at snow. And where am I at? This isn't where I want it. Not Nashville. I'm going to click. Man, I'm totally lost today. I need a geography quiz. All right, now we're going. Knoxville, I said, not Nashville. They both have an N. They're both spelled with an N. Knoxville and Nashville, right? They both begin with N. That's why I'm confused. All right, so Saturday night could be some higher elevation snow. How do you like that? And then we got another round coming back on Tuesday. Or maybe it's Wednesday. Wednesday night. A little stronger signal coming up for this Wednesday. Oh, man, we're going up there, by the way. Man, now I'm not far from there. We're driving up Thursday. Hell, we could leave Wednesday night, and I could get there. Oh. Change of plans. I'm meeting the Furman guys in Atlanta, but hell, I might go early and go check out some snow Wednesday night at my favorite Gatlinburg. So there's the GFS. Let's see what the old Euro is showing. So Saturday night this weekend coming up. Oh! Possibly an inch. Saturday night across the Gatlinburg Appalachians. Now, drum roll for the all-important Wednesday night. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Not a damn drop on Wednesday night. Well, shoot. I had to start investigating the best winter models. GFS, I think, like everything, overdoes it. But Icon's showing it Tuesday night. Man. Let's go to the all-important NWS here. Gatlinburg. Another word I misspell. Starts with a J. All right, Tuesday night. Sunday night. Oh, showers Saturday night. Low of 27. Come on. Rain showers and a low of 27 Saturday night. Should be higher. Should be a few flakes Saturday night. Low of 27 Saturday night in Gatlinburg this weekend coming up. Now, next Tuesday, not talking about any snow. It'll get. So what is that weather pattern coming down? Let's take a look at this for the midweek. So this is interesting. Let's see where it's coming from. So we're going to have some storms Tuesday and Wednesday for Texas and Upper Gulf, it looks like. For sure. Looks like it's a lower western. It is secondary low jet stream there. So you can see it stemming here from the weekend, some here in Arizona, California. But it starts to really get brewing here for the Upper Gulf. Now that could be some storms this week coming up. That's a pretty good little dip. So we got this coming late Monday into Tuesday. Could be some storms as this thing dips down. Yeah, big time. Wow. That's interesting. So Monday, Tuesday, just a couple days from now, we could see some pretty strong storms here across Texas and the Upper Gulf going into Tuesday. This is looking pretty likely. I wonder if the SPC's talking about it yet. Nothing yet. Says, oh, wow, the primary barclonic zone may develop near the Gulf. Current model output suggests significant frontal wave will not occur until middle to the latter part of next week. Anyway, something to watch. But for sure, it looks like this is a rain map here on Tropical Tidbits. I mean, that's Monday. That's, that's coming. Guaranteed. Looks like the Florida Peninsula stays okay. Thought I saw a mouse. Wow. All right, let's take a look at the icon. It'll pick up on it really good if it goes out. I don't think it goes out that far, though. It's running now, 12Z. Let's look at the 00Z. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's Monday. Yeah, so that's going to be it. This is next Monday into Tuesday. Looks like the peninsula misses out. So that's short. That's coming right there. Boom, boom, boom. GFS. Oh, God. Look at that. Man, it's going to be... That Monday, Tuesday, going to be rough. That's interesting. Let's see if we got any... Going to be some unsettled weather, man. That's coming. Oh, yeah. We're going to have some wind. Holy cow. It might feel tropical, but it's not. But we got stormy winds coming down Monday, Tuesday. Tell all your friends. I believe it. A lot of models. Definitely something to watch as far as just localized weather, not organization, but coastal action. So there you go. I love looking ahead into weather. So yeah, we got like two little cold fronts coming down. Here's what it's going to look like with the cold weather. The final blast of cold for Florida in the southeast here. Here's Saturday morning tomorrow. There it is. Green line is 50s. Yellow is 60s. This is Saturday morning. We get into Sunday morning. We got 40s, 50s, 30s. Dipping down. Look at 36 in New Orleans. 38. 37 in Lake Charles. 38 in Houston. This is Sunday morning coming down. Instead of waking up and finding your cleanest dirty shirt, you're going to have to wake up Sunday morning and find your cleanest long sleeve shirt. This is how Floridian knows winter's coming. It's 72 degrees outside, and I got my long sleeve shirt my faded out DD. That's cold, man. 40s and 50s on Sunday morning this weekend coming up. And that's what we were talking about this weekend. But they might try to sneak in. Here's Monday morning, 58 down in the Tampa Bay area. So that secondary little frontal line is going to give it that final little push through. And look at that. We got freezing temps, man, all the way down in the middle of Alabama. Who was it that recently passed from Alabama, by the way? I saw that while I was storm chasing. I didn't get to... Was it... I was a big Alabama fan. Country Jeff Cook. But I love Alabama. My home's in Alabama. So anyway, that's about it. Almost rambled on for an hour. Bottom line, man, I feel so sorry, I guess. I don't know the word. For everybody on that East Coast. I grew up going to Daytona Beach. Has a soft spot in my heart. That's why I went there. Plus, we knew the winds were coming. That was the big story all along. But, you know, I've hung out as a teenager on those beaches, man. Partied it up. Still party it up. 40 years later. 30 years later. I wasn't 8 years old. I was 18. 30 years later. And, yeah, there's all that argument about building stuff. But I mean... Daytona's had a lot of storms over the years, man, and this one, those pictures that I can't imagine how those sands and you know, those buildings hanging on halfway. I mean, that is just unbelievable. And dozens of homes and businesses and condos and hotels now are apparently condemned or, you know, uninhabitable. So bad. And Flagler and Brevard, they also had issues too. I mean, it wasn't just Volusia County. That's for sure. And it was sad to see all that rain. You know, and I saw the blue tarps, man. I talked to homeowners down in Daytona that had blue tarps on their roofs, and they had neighbors with blue tarps on their roofs from Ian. And it's true. This system blew all those tarps everywhere, and now they had rainy water again. And I saw restoration trailer trucks everywhere in the Daytona area from people getting cleaned up from Ian, and now these same blue tarps are now off. I'm sure the same thing happened down in places that were hit with Ian from even maybe this storm, because they had spiraling rains, man, all day yesterday and some last night, and same deal, man. These tarps can only do so much. So it's a secondary nightmare after the storm hits, right? So, and you know, I didn't ever mean to make it look like the seawalls were all destroyed from Nicole, but there were a lot of new walls destroyed, and it's just so ironic. We did our special with Decks and Docks a couple weeks ago. As a matter of fact, we're doing that draft raffle. What is it? Oh, today's Friday. I thought today was Monday. So we're doing our raffle Monday, right, Shelly? Our Decks and Docks raffle. They went into great detail in that live video that we did talking about vinyl. And I know I got a screenshot of it. There's one scene that I think I saw the exact product that was held up. So I don't know anything about it. But they are very big about this new vinyl wall technology for seawalls. And but anyway, we're doing our special raffle. I got it linked to the top of the page. All you got to do is submit a photo of your favorite place to chill, and you'll get an awesome Yeti cooler from our friends there at Decks and Docks. And I'm sure they're going to be busy. So, storms today. Listen, two things are happening today. We got squall lines coming in off the Atlantic, tornadoes likely to watch for, and we got this little guy with hail today. Heavy rain up north. And then we got to watch this storm on Monday, Tuesday. Shelly's got a gator. He's a big old guy. The gators like to open up their mouths. And then this weekend we got Monday, Tuesday storms. So I think, you know, looking in the future here, the big surprise, we got some big storms coming. Monday, Tuesday. Got to watch it. Looks like we could. And that's going to fuel possible snow. Middle week. I'm not going to look too deep into that yet. Today is long range forecast. But we do have a good probability that we could see some snow Saturday night in the Smokies. I do feel confident about that. Definitely. Let's do a National Weather Service map here. I haven't used this one all year. Nope, that's the temperature. I get confused very easily now. It's national. Where they moved it? I think it's not the NAM. Which one am I on? I had a really good one. I mean, it might have been WPC. I don't know. I can't remember. I had a really good one I used last year that I thought was pretty accurate. This one only does rain, I think. Oh man, I did a lot of driving yesterday. This is just precip. It's not snow. We did the GFS. Oh, there you go. It's on the same map. That's right. I always got confused because during the season I only use it for temperatures. All right, so let's see one more snowfall map here. Let's take a look for Tuesday night or Saturday night. Yeah, nothing official. GFS is showing it though. I think we're gonna see some flurries in the mountains Saturday night. HRR does a really good job on that. So if we got anybody up there hanging out, now see their map here doesn't go extend. Oh, I guess it does. So if anybody's hanging out in the Smokies this weekend, you might get some surprise little flurries Saturday night. Let's see here. Doesn't go out far enough. Maybe. I don't know. This is snow. Definitely, though, behind it. I think we're going to find out what we're going to start seeing, what models we're going to believe in. Every year there's a model that takes over. There could be some flurries. This is Saturday night, so we could see some. Pop it in here. Higher elevation. All right, well, there you go. We've yacked an hour. Appreciate it. There's River and Sebastian. All right, let's just leave the page up. We'll say our goodbyes. What's up, Alexis? What's up, Cassandra? Cold weather. Where you live at? Not an address. Cold for everybody, but the peninsula's going to have to wait until, looks like Monday morning for that second. See you, Yo-Ho. Hope you feel good, buddy. Save your liver for March. Oh, Vicky, you got a foot of sand in your driveway. Oh, no. Where's that? St. John's River flooded again. Kathy, okay. That's what I was afraid of. Knoxville with a K. I know, Bucky. I'm just messing with everybody. Hey, what's up, Mr. Hargis? I get hurricane. That'd be epic. Hurricane chase 1 week, snow chase next week. What the hell? Why not? I'm serious, man. Did I ever get my wood, Ryan? Don't you ask me that. All right, cool beans. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in and allowing me to do what I love doing. I do love it. I have a lot of great supporters out there. A lot of y'all on social media. Lets me do what I love to do. And, hopefully you see a little bit of value out of it. I got a lot of great companies that also support what I do. And they are great. So thank you, everyone. Special thanks to the Volusia County again for inviting me over. Mr. Jim and company really meant a lot to me. Probably one of my most rewarding trips because there were so many people there that big dogs. I felt like I was walking into like NASA's space headquarters, man. There was monitors everywhere. It was massive. So here's some of the crew. It was really nice meeting everybody. This is Jill, big fans. So that was the emergency management office. That was cool. The night before, I was very lucky to have Kevin Guthrie. We did another special live on our page. That meant a lot too. That State of Florida reached out to me and the director of Florida Division of Emergency Management, Mr. Kevin Guthrie. They're big fans of our page, and they set up an interview on our Facebook Live. They wanted to put out some information, so that was really cool. So it was really always a very humbling week, man. Little old me, Shelly and Phil and Julie behind the scenes. All right, so we're going softball. I've got some updates to do on the website to work on for a while, and I will take my laptop. We'll be updating throughout the week. No live, obviously the weekend. We never do them on the weekends. Next week we might not be live Thursday or Friday, so we usually do 3 a week. Shelly, we can officially announce our 3-day a week, unless things change. So there you go. Thank you, Mr. Fort. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers. Sun's coming. Just hang in there. Winds will be dying down.